At the end of chapter 11 of Sefer Bereshit is the episode of Dora Haflaga, the generation of human beings who tried to build a city, and in the midst of the city, they built a great skyscraper that ascended to the heavens. And we're told that this act greatly angered God, and consequently, he dispersed all of humanity throughout the world. But we're not told what is the sin, what so angered God as a result of their actions. One suggestion is made by the famous biblical commentary, Rav Yehuda Tzvi Berlin, in his commentary, Emek HaDavar. He was a very important Torah scholar, Rosh Hashiva, in the second half of the 19th century. And he focuses on the first verse, which tells us that they shared dvarim achadim, and which is generally translated as that they had common views, even identical views. And he argues, in contrast to earlier commentaries, particularly Rashi, that the sin doesn't relate to the content of the views, and the Torah doesn't tell us what the content of their views were, because their sin is the fact that they held conformed views, that they all shared the very same views. And for the Netziv, this social situation where there's a certain orthodoxy that is shared by all members of the society is highly detrimental, and it will lead to violence and even murder. And he points to the case of Avram. And for the Netziv, Avram was an iconoclast. He embraced unorthodox views, and as a result, he was jailed, and the king attempted to kill him. And for the Netziv, that's exactly what we have in this Dora Haflaga. They try to build a tower, and the tower was an attempt to police all of society. It was high enough so that they could check that everyone held the very same views. And for the Netziv, the message of the story, and it has obviously deep contemporary relevance, the message is that we should strive for a pluralistic society where different members of the society embrace different views, and that we don't attempt to bring about other members of the society to share our views, certainly not in violent ways and not in coercive manners. But we have a free society where there's a multiplicity of views, in essence, an unorthodox society. Shavua Tov from Schechter.